You are not failing at English. Your brain is literally protecting you from looking stupid, and it is destroying your progress.
Exactly. I realized this yesterday. I was sitting at a crowded coffee shop in downtown Chicago, reading an article, and my mind just shut down.
The silent panic?
The silent panic. You look at a word you learned 5 minutes ago, and it is gone. Blank. Your brain just says, "This is too hard. Let us stop."
It is physical exhaustion. It is not just being sleepy.
Right. You feel small. And I think people do not talk about that shame enough. The shame of sitting in a meeting, pretending to understand the joke everyone is laughing at.
Oh, the fake laugh.
The fake laugh is the universal survival tool for language learners.
But it breaks your confidence. You survive the meeting, but inside you are thinking, I am never going to master this.
Yes, and that is exactly when people quit. They think that because it feels hard, they must be doing it wrong. Or worse, they think they are not smart enough.
Wait, let us pause right there. I want to share a counterintuitive fact from linguistics. It is called the affective filter hypothesis.
The what?
The affective filter. Scientists found that when your brain detects fear or anxiety, like the fear of sounding stupid, your amygdala actually blocks the language processing center.
No way.
Yes, it is a biological wall. You physically cannot learn or recall English words when you are stressed. So when you forget a word, it is not because you are bad at English. It is because you are afraid.
That changes everything. It means calming down is not just a nice idea. It is literally required for learning.
Exactly. English grows best in calm minds, not scared ones.
But Alex, what about the people who say, "I do not have time"? I hear that constantly. People working long hours, taking care of kids.
I understand the exhaustion, but let us be brutally honest. You do not need to look at the whole mountain. Just look at one step.
5 minutes.
5 minutes is infinitely better than 0. Listen to a short audio while making coffee. Read one paragraph. Consistency is more important than intensity.
You know, there is this quote my old teacher told me. She said, "When learning feels hard, your brain is working. If it feels easy all the time, you are not growing."
It is like lifting weights.
Exactly. You lift a heavy weight and the muscle fibers literally tear before they build back stronger. When you listen to someone speak fast and you do not understand everything, that is not a failure. That is training.
But let me push back a bit. Sometimes people feel tired, so they take a break, and that break turns into 3 months of not touching English. Isn't resting just an excuse to quit for some people?
That is a fair point. But there is a massive difference between resting and abandoning.
Explain that.
Abandoning is closing the book and deciding, "I am not meant for this." Resting is closing the book and saying, "My brain is full today. I will try again tomorrow." One destroys your identity, the other protects it.
I love that. My brain is full today. It removes the guilt.
We punish ourselves too much. I have students who tell me they are ashamed of their English. They sit in silence because they are terrified of sounding wrong.
They disappear into the background.
Yes, and I want to tell them, your English does not need permission to exist. You do not need to wait until you are good enough to speak.
People think they need to sound like a native speaker born in Ohio to be respected. But that is a toxic comparison.
Exactly. Native speakers grew up surrounded by it. You are building an entirely new operating system in your brain as an adult. Your English is international English. It just needs to be clear.
Let us talk about accents, because that is the number one insecurity I see.
Oh, the accent fear. People hate their own voices.
They apologize for it. I am sorry for my bad English.
Never apologize for having an accent. An accent is a badge of honor. It simply means you speak more than one language. It shows you had the courage to step out of your comfort zone.
Kind people do not laugh at learners, and unkind people are not worth your energy anyway.
Your English exists to communicate, not to impress. When you try to impress, you freeze. When you just try to connect, the words flow.
That is profound. When you try to impress, you freeze.
It is true. Remember your why. Why are you doing this? Is it to pass a test, or is it to change your family's future? To get that job? To travel without fear?
Your why has to be stronger than your fear of making a mistake.
If you are listening right now and you feel like giving up, just wait. Do not make a heavy decision on a tired day.
Tired thoughts are not true thoughts.
Exactly. Slow days still move you forward. Walk in the fog. You might only see 2 steps ahead, but if you keep taking them, you will get out of the dark.
So today, just take one step. Read one sentence. Listen to one podcast. Do not run, but do not stop.
We are walking right beside you.